Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I have something like this for you that I wanna show you how to make. Really easy. It's have only couple of rounds and it's a good size, as you see when I'm holding in my hand. Good size Christmas ball ornament. Um, it's not small, it's not big. It's actually the right side, the regular, or the sides like what you buy in a store. Not small, not big, just the right medium size. Easy to handle, easy, really easy to make. For beginner, it's just a perfect um, beginner, something to do. So, what I want to say, it comes with the two sides. As you see, it's around 4 or 5 inches long. I have one already prepared. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 row to finish. And as you know, the second half is 1 row less. So if this is row 5, you can do the second just with the row 4. Or I did this one both the same. And I make extra row right there for splicing it. It's kind of like a bigger shape right here, which is probably not that good, and that's why I'm mentioning it. That it's probably would be better if you just do one with the 5 row, one with the 4 row, but this way I make it kind of like larger, more run looking, but it's for everybody, like you can decide it. Now, I start this sides with the chaining 10 for the beginning circle. And this one, I chain 8 for the beginner circle. The reason I make this one bigger, so it would be easier for me to put the balloon inside of it, but you don't have to do it. You can put the balloon, through the half rounding. But I was just kind of like worried that maybe I won't be able to stick it right there. But then you can just do both 8 or both 10. So I'm just mentioning it. There is a lot of things you can go with. Like with this, you can put chain 15, you can chain 18, you can chain 20 to make that star looking shape. So it's really on you because that's gonna determine the size of your Christmas ball. So that being said, I always use 1.5 millimeter hook, and I never know if this is 10 or 20, but it's just a regular. It's not not on thinner side. It's more kind of like thicker side of yarn. I don't have a paper with that thing right now, but I believe it's a size 10. In case you're wondering. And so I have a couple of things prepared, so I could be finishing up the brown the same way I'm begin, so nobody should have a problem what I'm doing at this point. So see how that's gonna work out for us. Okay, so like I said, you can go for a chaining 8 or chaining 10, whatever you decided to do. I starting with the slip knot, and we chaining 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And slip stitch. closing up the circle. And we're starting round 1 with chaining 3, and we're doing a double crochet. We need 24 double crochet into the circle. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 20. I'm trying to kind of like make it a little shorter, and we need 4 more. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Closing up the circle on the top of the chain. Okay, make it nice and round. And like I said, we can do that start smaller or larger, longer, shorter. It's whatever you decided. Like I put 20 on this one, and I believe I put maybe 16 or this one. So let's go with the 20. Okay, and we're making a single crochet in the next stitch, not in the same stitch, it's in the next stitch. So when we had a 24 double crochets, now we should end up with 23 those loops. Okay, and I have them right here. I'm going to show you how to end up the route. So as you see, I went into the every stitch. You start with inside the one stitch and you're making a single crochet in the next. So you have all the stitches below filled up, and like I said, you should end up with the 23 loops. So finishing up at this row, and you want to end up on the top of it. So say, because I'm always trying to make the same length, and which is really, I know sometimes it's hard, sometimes not. So let's just do 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now we yarn over 7 times, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Going into the next stitch. And we're going to take the yarn through 2, through 2, through 2, and again, and again, and again, and 2 more times. Ah, I lost it. I cannot believe it. Okay, and like that. So if I put this loop right next to this loop, it's kind of, you can tell it's almost the same size. So maybe I could make my stitches tighter, or maybe yarn over instead 7 times, just 6 times. So, you know, like you can work on it, because it's a lot depends on tightness of stitches you're making. You just want to be, you know, in the same kind of a length. So now what we do, chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we are on the 3rd row, going into the next loop, and single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, going into the next loop. Just make sure they're not twist, that they're straight, because then you're gonna end up with the twisted loop, unless you want it, because it could be, you know, something nice if you're looking for something like that. Okay, so I make that row for you, so you know how it's look like when you finish, and exactly the same way like we did before, we want to end up on the top of the, or in the, better say in the middle of that loop. So okay, it looks like this. So you have those chain fine between. Okay, so we're not chaining 5, we're chaining 2, 1, 2, yarn over once, getting on the top of right here, and we're going to make a double crochet, and that brings us to the middle. Now we started with the 5. In this row we're gonna do 6, and in the next row we're going to chain 7. So like I said, we chain 5 right here. Now we're chaining 6 in the next row. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like I said, really simple, and it looks elegant, really nice. So that's what we're doing. And then the last row, we ending up again like that. We chain 3, yarn over once, make the double crochet like we did right here, so you would end up in the middle. And then we do the same thing, but we're not casting or chaining 6. We're going to chain 7. We're going to make it a little bigger loop. So 1, 2, in the 3rd row we did 5, in the 4th row we did 6, and in the 5th row we're making 7. So this is my 5th row. Like I said, we chain 3, 1, 2, 3, yarn over once, bring it right here, and making a double crochet, so it would bring us right there in the middle somewhere. And now we're doing 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And like I said, you do this for 1/2, but for the next half, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you ending up with the row 4 or you can make both half with the 5 rows. So it all depends. You know, you can play with that. You can try different things. You can make it bigger, loop, you know, it doesn't really matter. But that's what I'm doing right now. And when you make 7, when you chain 7, you actually slip stitch right there. You're not in the beginning of the, or right there in the, right, okay. You slip stitch right here. Okay, bring a chain 7 and slip stitch right there, and finishing up the 5th row. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now I'm going to go all the way to the end, and I'm not having anything else ready for you. So I'm just kind of going to turn around and show you how to splice it. So make sure wrong side goes against the wrong side, but I actually have a wrong side right here. Needs to be like that, but because I'm working backwards, I have to be this way. But yeah, you're putting your works wrong side against the wrong side. And it doesn't matter where you start because you have the same loops all around. But just, you know, for the fun of it, I have to make it. Okay, so we did 6 or 7. You can kind of like go like 4 and 4 loops from each side, or you can make it smaller because I actually did 4 and 4 and I'm not really liking it that much. So let's do 3. I think that 3 is going to look much better. So 1, 2, 3. And you can do slip stitch or single crochet. And then you go again 1, 2, 3. And you slip stitch or single crochet. I'm doing single crochet right here. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. And I choose 2 different colors so you actually see where we're splicing it and how it look like. So I'm just going to do as far as I possibly can go with this, which is going to be one more time. And right here. And see how it's going to look. Now I think it looks much better this way when the squares looks kind of like the same, even when you start with the smaller and going into the bigger. Instead, like I did, like I said, I put 4 and 4 right here, and it seems like it's bigger. Oh, it's not that bad looking, but I don't know. I'm just giving you choices right here. So this is a little smaller than in here. Still look really, really simple and beautiful looking. Hope you enjoyed that. I hope that I explained every row better. You know, I'm trying here. I'm not really good crocheter, but I enjoy crocheting and I enjoy finding new designs, and I'm getting excited that I can actually bring it to you, show it to you. The Christmas coming up. Oh my gosh, we need to get ready. So I'm working on a few different designs right now that I find it online. Um, and I'm trying to dry them, but even this one, it's still so soft. And see here, that's what I was talking about. If you don't pay attention, um, yeah, I twist them. So that's what I'm saying. They don't have to be straight. Even twist look nice, but then twist them all. Make them straight all or twist them all. Okay, on this one I actually make them nice and straight. So yeah, a lot of choices. Thank you for watching. Thank you for helping my channel grow, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.